Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Simply Simple Cooking. So glad that you decided to join us today. Ty, I think, is going to go ahead and maybe take a nap, and I'm going to introduce to you our next item for demonstration. We've done pancakes, right? So now we need something to put on top of them besides just syrup. You could get syrup anywhere. But today we're going to make a berry compote. I was watching a food video a while back, several years ago, and there was a gentleman, I think he was a chef, and he was making a meal for his family and friends. I guess it was just his friends. It may have been called dinner with somebody or whatever, I don't know. But anyway, he was making a blueberry compote, and I don't have very many blueberry fans in my family, so I thought, how can I change it? So I took out the blueberries and I added, well, you'll find out. Watch the video, you'll find out. I added something else. And then I took this away and added that, and took this away and added that. And I've gotten it down to where it's just so simple, but it's so good. And so I hope you enjoy our Simply Simple Cooking's version of Berry Compote. Stick around, we'll be right back. Hello food friends, and welcome to another Simply Simple Cooking demonstration. So glad that you've chosen to join us today, and what we're going to make today is a complement to what our last video was in the pancake era. You remember that, and how, well, for some reason they're just so good that way. We're going to today add a topping to those pancakes, and we're going to start out with our pan with some heat and with some berries. Look at that. Raspberries, blackberries, frozen. So good. We're gonna drop those in the pan. Look at that. It's already starting to look like, ooh, mystical berries here. It's not. It's just blackberries and raspberries. And what we want to do is we want to stir those up a little bit. And some big chunks of the raspberry, we're gonna break that up. Now I will tell you this, in doing this, the raspberries are pretty much going to disintegrate. It's just what they do. They're not a very hardy berry, but the blackberries are going to stay formed. So what you're going to end up with is a really yummy raspberry goo around blackberries, and very tasty. Now while these berries are kind of thawing out and starting to cook a little bit, we're going to take our cornstarch, and this is very good. This is very important, okay? What I'm about to show you, what I'm about to tell you. When you're dealing with cornstarch, you will want to use cold water. If you use hot water, even warm water, it's going to have a very different effect on the cornstarch. And so you want to use cold water so that as you're mixing it, it mixes up well for you, and you'll be able to actually pour it out of your dish, and it won't get hard like it would if it was hot water. Now, so I'm mixing that around. Again, you see this? Oh yes, the best kitchen tool ever invented. Maybe after the knife. Be a pretty tough thing to not have knives. Alright, so the berries are still going. Can you smell that? Haven't even added sugar yet and it already smells good. There's still a lot of frozen stuff going on in there. So we're going to wait till the berries have cooked off. And I'll push it aside there. You see there's a little bit of moisture that's forming in the bottom of the pan. That's from the berries, actually, the ice coming off the berries. And it will continue to, we will continue to see more and more of that as they get ready. Look at the color on that, just bursting. Ooh, look at that. I think that this is now my dedicated compote spoon. All right. Now, back over here to this cornstarch. I'm going to get rid of this. Right now, if I were to pour this, I'm going to be missing some because, well, you can't see it, but I can feel it. In the bottom of this, the cornstarch has actually started to come back together and congeal again, and kind of a thick paste. And so I'm going to have to, oop, there we go. Now it's ready to go. Yep. Now it's ready to go again. Now I'll have to do that one more time before we put it in here because I know the berries aren't quite ready for this yet. All right. Okay. Yeah, now look, see all the moisture that's coming off of those. These are just about ready. And when I say just about ready, that means I'm actually going to go ahead and the blackberries have softened. They're going to continue to cook, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the sugar. Alright, so we put the sugar in. We're going to mix that. Now that beautiful white sugar, well, see, it's no longer beautifully white again. One more thing before that is our cinnamon. This is what takes this over the edge. That cinnamon, oh, it's so good. Now, some people, my wife would not be included in that some people add cloves to this mix. They like the way the clove flavor works with them, for them. And maybe that's something that you would like. If that's something that you want to try out, by all means, try it out. Take this recipe, adjust it for you, adjust it for your family. Now look at that. Oh, it's looking so good. And I can smell the cinnamon now mixing in with the berries and the sweetness of the sugar. But that is a little thin. See how it's just drip, drip, drip? See, that's too thin. You can't put that on a pancake or you put that on, you wouldn't want to put that on ice cream or even just a regular flat cake. So what we need to do is we need to take our cornstarch. Now once again, I can feel it in the bottom, so I'm going to have to mix it up. Another thing that you can do is you can take a small container that has a plastic sealable lid, and you put your cornstarch in that, and then you put your water and put the lid on, and then shake it, and then open it up, put it in there. You're good to go. So either way, this is just a little more fun because I get to use my favorite tool. All right, so now that's all good and mixed. I'm going to come over here. We're starting to get a little bit of boil bubble on the side, and that's good because that means that it's ready to activate the cornstarch. So I pour the cornstarch in, and then it turns pale. Well, that doesn't quite look as appetizing as it did before, but watch what happens. As that cornstarch becomes activated through the heat, it's going to darken, it's going to change color, and it's going to thicken up the compote. So we'll let that heat up a little bit, and I'll put the lid back on it to seal that heat in there, and that's going to bring us to temperature a little quicker. If it's a cold winter day, you can actually even warm your hands while you're cooking, of course. All right. Take another peek at it real quick. No bubbles yet. When we added that cornstarch and water mixture, it cooled it down a little bit. So let's just be patient. Patience, while it is a virtue, it's not always a virtue that I possess. Because I'm ready to eat. Aren't you ready to eat? But while this is happening, while this is going on in your pan, maybe turn that heat down just a little bit, then step to the side, take care of your pancakes. You can be flipping those, you can be doing that at the same time that this is cooking. This one, unlike many things, doesn't have to be watched and taken care of every second that it's on the stove. What we're looking for, oh, now we're starting to see it. Let me bring this up to you and let you see this. Right along the edge, wow, that is hot. But you know what? I'm going to professional it out right now. You ready for this? Right here along the edge, it's starting to get thick and bubble. Okay, mental note for my set coordinator, I need to have a hot pad right over there the next time we do this. All right, so it's starting to thicken up right along the edge. That means it's about ready. We want the whole thing to kind of start boiling a little bit, and that's going to activate that cornstarch and make the whole thing thick. Alright, there's more of our bubbles along the side. Now we're there. Now we're there. The whole thing is just about to come to a boil, but you'll see how along the edge where the target of the heat is, it's getting thicker. So we're going to mix that in, and we're thick. Guess what? That means we're done. So I'm going to show you what this looks like right here. So we're going to take that up. You can dish it out just like this and let people dip their pancake in it if they want to. Or you can put that on top of it for them to enjoy. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? And how simple was that? I wish you could smell it. The sweet and the cinnamon. Oh, it's just lovely. It is. And not only that, it is so simple. Now, once the compote is done and it's ready to serve, there's just one more final touch that we need to do that just really sets this above and beyond delicious. How beautiful is that? Yes, that is pretty, but we need one more thing. And that is a little bit of powdered sugar. Watch what this does. Oh man, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's snowing on the peaks of the pancakes. Look at that. Beautiful. It adds just a little more sweetness, and the presentation is wonderful. Look at that. Your friends, your family, they're going to love you. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time on Simply Simple Cooking. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, why not subscribe? Visit us on Facebook, check out our website, or shoot us an email. Leave a comment down below. And above all, have a great day.